Hey guys, and how's it going? Maniac Mower here. Got another video for you guys today. I know a lot of you are going to say something. Yes, I am starting to start a little mess. I am working on cleaning it up. Last video that you guys saw, we were doing some more work on this round fender, this Kohler K181 engine, as you guys all remember. This came out of a John Deere 110 that was in 1968. It needed some serious work. Got the engine running. It ran really good. Then we had to pull the head off of it because the head gasket was starting to bubble out. Got the head gasket pulled off. That's it right there. Currently, I put the head back on it to keep dust out of it, but there is no head gasket on it, and I'm not going to try running it like that. Got an air filter for it, and I put the air filter on. We plumbed it. In the last video, we plumbed the engine. We put the fuel line on it. We got it into the tractor. We discovered the key switch had some trouble, so I ordered another key switch for it. I ordered a new head gasket for it, air filter, which I got. I think that's about it on everything we need to do. We need to put the side covers back on. These tins right here, we need to put them back on still. And I need to hook the PTO assembly back up. That's going to be here soon. I am currently still waiting on a head gasket that should be here sometime this week, so I figured we'd go on ahead and continue on with this until we get our head gasket. Once we get the head gasket and the key switch, we can dig into them and get that all done. So without further ado, let's go on ahead. I will put you guys in the stand and we will get going on this. I think I'm just going to leave the one without a pin. I ended up finding a pin for this one right here. I don't think this will go anywhere without one. So I would say as long as you don't abuse it, it should be okay, because it ain't going nowhere. I can sit here and move it around. So, okay. That's where we're at for right now. I will bring you guys back when I get a new head gasket and also key switch. Okay, everybody. It's been a few days, but we're back into it. I got a little bit more ambition now than I did when we were filming earlier. A few things have changed. One thing I finally did was I put this, there's an elbow piece that's supposed to go on there to hold the air cleaner up. I put one of them on there. I found the bolts I needed for it at the local hardware store. Next, we needed a new key switch. I have not got a key switch yet for this tractor, so that's what's holding me right now before I change anything. Another thing we just got in the mail is the head gasket. So here soon that's going to be going on. I have the head sitting on there right now with the bolts partially in, not very far, but just sitting there. And I think other than that, that's our issue. That's the stuff we still need to do with this engine. So I was doing some looking around, and the torque spec for this I think was 35 inch-pounds, if I'm correct. You want to have them at 35, and then you start with 25, then you go to 35. I think my little Milwaukee, I know a lot of you won't like this, I think my little Milwaukee should be able to torque them down just into the thing, not all the way, but just down into the head. We can use that to get them in there. Then once they're in, we can grab the, what's it called? Torque wrench and torque them down. I'm not sure how much to torque them down all at once. I think we're going to find out what the little Milwaukee can torque to. I think it'll torque to a little bit over 20. I have some metal threaded pieces around here. We can try it, see what it torques to. I'm really curious. Let's go on ahead and we will see in a minute. Okay, let's go on ahead and try this guy out. I didn't put any sealers or anything in there. I do have a head gasket in there, but it's a junk. We're going to see. Should put a bolt over here as well. Corner them out. Ready? You know what? I'm going to do that. Let me grab another. Okay, let's try this out. I'm sure you guys are screaming at me. It's a junk engine. I'm not one bit worried about it, to be honest with you guys. All it is junk. Loosen that up. Try to find our hole. There it is. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Need a shorter one for right there, but I think this one over here it will. Okay, ready? That's torqued down to about where it'll go. Let me grab a 1/2 inch socket and our torque wrench. We'll see where we're at. Okay, everybody, I am back. Let's go on ahead and try this little guy out. Let's see where we got her at. What have we got to? 20. So it has, oh, wrong way. Damn it. Let's try it again. Ready? Let's try that again. I almost thought the bolt was going to break. I didn't. Ready? Wrong way again. This way. Ready? Let's see where we're at. 20, 30. Well, that'll torque them down to 20. Well, we'll use it to get them down in. We're not going to go crazy on them. We're just going to get it down in. Then once we have it down in where we need it to be, we'll grab the torque wrench. I don't know if we can fit the torque wrench in there or not. We'll have to find out. Ready? Okay, this is not the recommended way to do it. You guys have to remember, I'm just a backyard mechanic. I like to do stuff the easy way. I think these are all loose. Yep. Okay. Oh, I knew there were a couple that I had tightened down. Didn't hurt to check. There we go. Look how good that looks. I was recommended that before I put those head bolts on, I wire wheel the threads. Then I take it and I put some motor oil on them to help. So I think I'm going to do that here next. But here's our shiny head gasket. Open this down here so you guys can see. Let me grab a knife. So what way it needs to be that way? I think, no, that way, right? Yes, sir. Take a look. Any last words before you're crushed? Go on ahead and see who messaged me real fast, and we'll get back into this. Okay, everybody, we got our key switch for the tractor. So hopefully now we can go on ahead and put that on there. Let me hunt down my impact. I think it's over here. It's been a couple days. Okay, so we're gonna tighten them down. I gotta remember what pattern. Well, let's get them all started first. Who else is ready to see and hear this thing run? I know I am. Okay, ready? Let's go on ahead and tighten it down. I don't know the pattern for this, but I'm gonna guess. It goes here to there to probably here. And then to here. And then here. And then from there to here. So now what? So do we go all the way, rest of the way, or? Oh, damn it. We missed one. I forgot about that one. Okay, so we're gonna go from here to there to here to this one to that one there. I think that's how we will do it. So let's get that one. Damn it. Of course they get stuck on there. Then from here to there. Then from that to this. And that to this. Right? Yeah. So I'm going to keep doing that Then once I get them all tightened down to where they need to be, I will bring you guys back. So now that we have them all torqued down, I got to make sure I remember we're going to go the right way with them. That would be, move you guys back this way, right? Yeah. We don't want to hold on to that. What are you supposed to torque them to? 35? I just took that one to 30. $25. I could probably go either way if I really wanted to. I could have left them where I had them. That's at 30. Oh shit. Do we just break a bolt? Move you guys back. You're in my way. Let's check that. Make sure we didn't. No, I lost grip of it. Okay. Let me grab a better socket, unless this is right here. Let me go on ahead and just torque them all down. I think it'd be a little bit quicker that way, and then once I get them all torqued down, I'll bring you guys back and we'll go from there. Got them all torqued down to 35, so we should be okay there. I'm opening the key switch right now. I'm hoping. The next thing that we need to do is put the coil on. I think once we put the coil on, we should be about done after the key switch. So, oh, it came with 3 keys by the looks of things. Cool. We got the right one. See, it came with 3 keys. 1, 2. There's a 3rd one over there in that bag. Turns nice. Let's go on ahead and get the battery out. Put you guys in time lapse. We'll put the battery out. Then once we get the battery out, let's see. I'm hoping I had it in there that way, I'm pretty sure. So this one goes over here. Great if they would be held in. These two are positive, so they go over here. The reason that I'm hooking the negative up last and unhooking it first is because if I touch the body of the tractor with the negative lead, it's not going to have a spark show. Where if I touch it with the positive lead, it'll have a pretty decent spark show. So I really don't want that to happen. So I'm doing it this way to avoid that. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. I don't think I am. I'll have that backwards. Yes. So we'll get these guys put on here. I'm not going to be home tomorrow, so I thought, well, I better go on ahead and finish that video today. We went and we mowed a neighbor's yard. She asked me if I could, and I said, yeah, we'll mow it. We took the 216 over there, Mom and I, and we mowed it for her. We got home out there and I think it was the 90, it was 90 today. 80 or 90 today, and I was burning up. I didn't say anything, but I was sitting there burning up. We both got home and we were wore out. We haven't gone anywhere since we got home. We just kind of went our own separate ways, and I wasn't going to come out here and do this, but I didn't have a video for Sunday, and so I thought, well, I better run out there and get a video for Sunday, get this one wrapped up and finished, and plus I wanted to get this round fender going. So hopefully, I'm hoping and praying that we've got it done right and I'm not missing anything. Let's turn the key. That light came on. Look at that. My generator / ignition light came on, so that's good. That means it might work. Ready? Yes, sir. It works. And it's got compression, it sounds like. So, it's blowing out dust. Cool. Next thing that we need to do with this little guy is put some fuel. Well, first thing we need to do is put the tins. We'll put the tins back on it, and then what we'll do from there is we'll put the coil on it, and then once we get the coil on there, we'll put some fuel in it, try starting it up, make sure it runs, and then we'll go from there. So let me go on ahead and I will get all that done, and we'll be back. And with the magical powers of editing, we've got the key switch, the coil mounted. I ended up mounting it down there. I pulled the hood support out and I put it right there because there was some holes in the flywheel shroud from where it was before, so I just put it back down there, and I also put a different mount down there for it because the one I had on there earlier wouldn't work in that spot. So I put one down there that has 2 bolt holes in it, and then also the things over to the right. So that's how I have that mounted right now for everybody who's wondering. I think the next thing we need to do now is test it and make sure it has spark, and if it has spark, we'll put some fuel in the tank and we will see if this thing goes. Let me grab another extra spark plug. I have one down here. And this came unhooked apparently. I'm going to have to hunt down a longer wire for the spark plug because I don't think this one is going to work out too well. Now it seems long enough, but it keeps coming unhooked. Right there, I think, is grounded. We could always just hold on to it. We could always just hold on to it while we turn over the engine, and I could tell you if it's sparking or not by if I feel something, a little tingle or not. That's tightened down, that's tightened down. You know, they were saying over the radio, we're halfway. We are half in the middle of Christmas. Halfway. We have reached the halfway point, and it is in 6 months. So I'm excited. Let's try this. Ready? I don't know if you all saw it or not, but we have spark. So, with that being said, let's pop her in. I'm gonna have to tighten that spark plug down, I think. Yeah. We gotta tighten down that plug. I think, yeah. So let me grab my spark plug, tighten down, and we'll tighten it down. Anybody know any good Christmas songs? I know a few. My favorite part of Christmas is Christmas Eve. Reason being is we go out to Akron and we'll see our family. We'll stay there with family then, and it's fun. That's my favorite time of the year. Christmas, I could care less for. Christmas Eve is the one that I like. So let's get this guy put in. It took me a few attempts to find a spot for that coil, actually. There were no good places for it. What do we do? Should we put gas in the tank or dump it down that? I think what we'll do, we'll put gas in the tank and we'll see if it'll run. And once we do that, oh, it looks like our headlights came unhooked. Yep, look at that. I thought that's what it was. What one came unhooked? This one. I wonder why that came unhooked. I wonder how it came unhooked, because it won't go back in. Whatever, okay. There, okay. Oh, speaking of, I forgot. Let me grab some gas and we'll dump it down in here, I guess. Up front, and I grabbed some gas. Hopefully, this thing will fill up and fire. No, there's no gas in there. It's just a natural habitat. I mean. Let's dump some fuel in our little tank. That's enough. I just want to make sure it don't leak. And I already see, well, I thought I saw gas, and I might not have. It might have just been me. Our sediment bowl don't look like it's... We're looking at the sediment bowl right now. I don't see any gas. I've already put fuel in it. As you guys saw before, I put fuel in it. We're not getting anything. I think this is a shut off right here. I've been turning it and I haven't got anything yet. I pulled this assembly off of here and I had cleaned it once before. So I know it shouldn't be, this shouldn't be the problem, but it could be. You really never know. So I think our next objective is going to be is to just drain the tank out, take this off here, and we're going to see if that's our problem. So let me grab a pump. Now, it is possible it could just be up too far and it's not getting, or it could just not be full enough, and so it's not being able to get gas. That could be our problem with it, but it's not likely. I didn't plan on having to pull this fuel system back apart. See, no gas coming out of it, so there was no gas in there to begin with. Let's take this sediment bowl off. Can we? Be careful with it, I don't want to break it. That's okay, yeah, it'll come out. Let's see. And there we go. Yeah, see, that's still dry. Okay, there ain't no, sorry about that. There ain't no gas. It's wet. I wonder. So that's wet. So that tells me it's been possibly pulling gas. Let's take it off. Let's turn it and see if it starts to drop any gas. If it does, it could just possibly have been up too high. It's gonna start leaking here in a second. Yeah, like I planned. Where's our gas can? Yeah, it gets under there. Let's hopefully get this out of there quick enough that we don't lose any gas. Ready? There we go. Yeah, there ain't much left in there. Probably not even enough to fill this. Is it leaking? Yes, it is. It is leaking. Well, maybe not. Maybe that's just stuff off the side. Come on, you need to hurry up and quit. That's enough. Okay, so let's dump all this in our can. So, okay. Here is what we need to do now. Or what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put this under here so it catches everything that falls. I'm going to take this up front, I'm going to clean it, I'm going to see what the deal is with it, so I will be right back. Took a sediment bowl piece up front and I blew it out with the air compressor. Let's see if we can get it to work. Yes, it is. That's good. There we go. Let's put the bowl back on so it don't leak everywhere. Look at that. So, now that that's on, we'll put this one. And for everybody wondering, there is a rubber gasket in there, so I ain't too worried about it coming off or leaking for that matter, so it'll be alright. There we go. Okay, so let's run that around again. Oh shit. Can we run this one more time around? No. I guess where it stays. I think it's fine right where we have her. I would turn it another round, but I just don't want to. I'll do that later on. So, okay. You guys excited to hear this thing run again? After, I know it's been a little while. I'm excited. It's been a long while since it's had an engine that ran. Okay, so let me put that in there. We'll grab our gas can, we'll dump some gas in it. That needs to start filling more. That ain't a lot of fuel. And if I'm correct, which way is closed on a sediment bowl? We'll find out here in a second. I used my little pumper because the thing was broken, so I just thought, well, we'll use that instead, just so we don't get gas everywhere. Let's try turning it. See if we can get it to fill up any quicker. I don't know which way is closed. I don't know which way is open. So currently, I'm just kind of guessing. Whenever it starts filling quickly. We might just end up taking this thing back off. I should have just threw it in the ultrasonic and cleaned it. That's what I should have done with it. Because I really don't think it's doing anything right now except for sit there. Did that do anything? I saw it move. The way a sediment bowl works is there's a filter up on top. There's a straight direct line that goes into the bowl, and the bowl fills up and all the stuff settles on bottom of the dirt, and then there's a little screen up here and it gets screened, it goes in. This is another filter here, then down to the pump. That's how it works on a sediment bowl, for those of you that are wondering. I looked at it today because I was curious. And I found out. Okay, let's see. Trying to see what way is on and off. I don't know. I'm guessing that's probably off. It ain't filling any quicker than it was. Maybe. Is it? Hmm. But now it's dripping. I have a feeling this thing is no good. And it shouldn't be having any trouble going in there either. Because I remember before, it did just fine on whatever it was on before. That's farther than it should be. Let's just turn the key. There we go. Now it's doing something. Give it some choke. Need to do some adjusting. Cool. Couldn't get to it in time. I have it pedaled too low. Trying to get to it, you can see it's smoking. Oh shit, that's the... Oops. You can see the smoke coming off of it. It hasn't ran in a few years. That's why. So, for anybody who is wondering, that's why. This is this second time I've ever ran it since I've had it, and it runs really good. I like it. It's a good little tractor. It's a good little engine to me. Hopefully. There we go. Let's try her again. Ready? Push it outside and we'll let it run for a while. Seat that head gasket. Well, you guys may notice the round fender is currently sitting in the 216's parking spot. The 216 is up front right now because I was using it the other day and I moved it up there for what I was doing with it. Things that we need to do on this tractor still is we need to do an oil change and we need to do some work with the throttle linkage and the governor. That's about it though on things that need to be done. It runs really good. I need to figure out why it wants to stay choked though. That's the next thing on my list of stuff I need to work out on it, and I think it's because of that elbow. It has that elbow on the carburetor and the fuel filter. Because before it didn't have the air filter on it, and I think that's most of the problem. Plus, I do think I'm going to have to pull that sediment bowl apart and put the one piece in the ultrasonic and just let it get cleaned out there for a while. So, okay, that's about it. I want to thank you guys for watching. 97% of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button because it tells YouTube that I do a good job and I should be, it should show me around on other platforms and tell other people about me. So, okay. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Stay tuned.